Hello everybody and welcome to another day with me as we go through the Try Hack Me Advent of Cyber calendar. Today is day 7 and I'm not entirely sure what we're doing, but I thank you guys for coming back. If you guys are watching me, if you guys watch me live, that's even better, but if you guys watching me, that's great. Today we have in our Advent of Cyber calendar, we have, scroll all the way down through here, where are you? Okay, network scan. So this is probably one of my favorite things to do. This is a network discovery, so we'll probably be working with Netmap, and as we do every day, we open up a box of our candy from our Advent of Cyber calendar. This I had to pay for. That's all the crap I have to pay for. I got it from Try Hack Me, and like always, we shot raw chocolate. So, if you're not familiar with net scanning, it's probably one of the quintessential things you should be doing in your cybersecurity career, if you're going to be entering the career of cybersecurity. So, sorry. We are going to start this, the attack box, and we're going back here. Is there another box we have to do? Yep. Start our target machine. Okay. So here's the story. Christmas preparations are delayed. HopSec has breached our QA environment and locked us out. Without it, the TBFC projects can't be tested, and our entire SOC miss pipeline is frozen. To make things worse, the server is slowly transforming into a twisted east-miss node. Can you uncover the HopSec trail and find a way back to the TBFC, Dev, QA, Q1, and restore the server before the bunny's takeover is complete? For this task, you will need to check every piece. You'll need to check every place to hide, every open port that bunny's left unprotected. So good luck. Now you're going to be working with Netmap as a network discovery tool, which is most likely what we're going to be working with here. So this should not take us too long. And as we go through, what is network discovery? Although we lost access to the QA server, at least it's still active. And we know its IP address, and that's the good news. Since now we can counterattack and hopefully find a way back. To ensure you understand basic networking concepts like network ports, and let's plan the engagement. One, we know the target in this case is going to be the TBFC Dev QA 01 server with the IP port of 10.67.143.111. That's the IP address. We'll close you right now. And we're going to get to that in just 1 second. We're going to pull up Netmap. Explore what's beyond the open ports. Maybe it's vulnerable web servers running on port 80. Exploit this exposed service, find a way in, and kick out the bad bunnies from the QA server. Along the practical of today's task, you will find 3 keys. Keep note of them since you will later need them for the web app. The format will be keyname.key. Simplest port scan. And that is the simplest port scan. It's a lot to go over if you don't know Netmap. But Netmap is a tool that does network mapping. Pretty synonymous with what it is, right? And what Netmap is going to do, it's going to try to connect to all the ports and everything that is open. It's going to catalog them and list them out. So there are 65,535 ports within a port assignment. So every IP, so 10.67.143.1 211, 65,000. to 12, 65,000. So there's a lot of IPs that each host can connect to. As we can see, these are the two that came back. Nmap, this is an extremely simple scan, so it's just going to try to connect and see what's open. There are more aggressive scans as you learn more about Nmap, but that's not the case of today's room. So the command scanned the top 1,000 ports and common mostly used ports and reported if any services were running there. The results you received were OpenSSH for remote machines. Access is HTTP for web portals. This means that you can now access the SSH if you know the password or know the website, which is what we're going to do. We're going to open the website and we're going to go to http://10.67.143. Okay, HTTP. Let's actually do this. Now we go http. Get that L out of there. 10.67.143.211. Okay, and that'll come eSmith's takeover. The QA server, your QA server answers to HopSec now. Its console is sealed with lock only to FTPC can pick. With a lock, FTPC can pick. I scattered three egg fragments from the passphrase across your own chaos. Scattered. I scattered three fragments of the passphrase across your own chaos. All right. Find them, switch the words together, speak to them to the... Okay, whatever. So, we're not done yet. Thankfully, we're not done with Nmap, because that... We're going to pop this out into the open website, so this way we can see it all as it unfolds. And this will give us a little bit more clarity as actually looking at these things. A split screen is awful, to say the least. I try to use all the machines that are on the Try Hack Me tool set. This is where everybody has access to it. Some people like to do remote SSH or VPN into this. Since we're working on this together, I want us all to have the same tools. So we're going to do ban and grabbing. So we're going to do Nmap tech P script. If I'm not mistaken, it's banner. Script equals banner, and then IP. Script equals banner, and then the IP 10.67.143.211. That looks good. Oh no, that doesn't look good. We misspelled Nmap. My syntax is always wrong, so anything that goes wrong, I'm always just like, oh yeah, I screwed up. And rightfully so, because 99.9% of the fact that I'll probably screw up. And while this is doing its thing, let's go back here. Scanning the whole range. It seems like the whole website is defaced by bad bunnies, and we don't know the key to enter the admin portal. But worry not, we scanned just 1,000 port, but there are actually 65,535 ports where other services can hide. Now let's use the TAC-PTAC argument to scan all the ports and the script's banner to see what's behind the port. And this is going to list out all the information that comes through. 22 is OpenSSH, and this is going to be your banner. Open 80, HTTP, and this is going to be your banner, your Trinket agent, probably where we're going to be heading. And this is in, let's see, it looks like we found FTP services running. we've got an FTP server and some custom FTPC application. Even though FTP runs usually on port 21 by default, it's possible to change the port to another one, such as, this is why I kind of glitched on that. This is taking forever. Good thing we're not waiting for it. Script banner. Script banner. Script banner 67. Oh yeah, so it takes a long time to scan 65,000 ports, so that will take a long time. Likewise, if you're using UDP, if you're not familiar with the protocols, there's TCP and UDP. UDP takes a lot longer because connectionless. So at the end of the day, be mindful of that. If you're scanning a script and you're doing it with UDP, it's going to be way longer to come back with the machine's assignments. So now I want to check this port specifically. So it's 21212. See if anything comes there. Well, we'll see what they're going to want us to do first. Let's try to access the machine using the FTP. So we're going to go ahead and run another profile. We're going to go Control Shift N. Should pull us up another terminal. Alright, we're going to pull it over to the side. We're going to go FTP, and we're going to try to connect with the file transfer protocol to that the IP address. So it's going to be 10.143. Come on now. Yeah, 10.67.67.143 and .211. I think we're going to assign the port as well. But yep, we're going to add the port number. So this is asking that our machine tries to connect to their machine using FTP, which is file transfer protocol. Is used a lot in servers for file transferring, but it's very unsecure, and there's a lot of times where a lot of people use the password of anonymous, which is pretty much the root password or the default password. So we're going to connect to it just like we're about to connect to it right here. We enter the IP address, and it's 212.1.2, and then we're going to write anonymous. Anonymous. I think I spelled that right. Anonymous. Anonymous. Login successful. So we're going to list it. Let's see what's on this fucker. Okay, so we have a file here with, so let's see if we cat that, cat tbfc underscore qa underscore key. Oh no. Invalid command. Didn't think so. But hold on. We're not done. Get. Got it. Get and cat. I don't know why sometimes you have to do that. Get file or get cat. Get. Okay, so get the file. Get fbtc underscore qa. I wouldn't have. None of this would have came out anyway because my spelling is atrocious. Key 1. Sweet. It's also awful because I go back and forth between spelling in Linux and then going back and forth to like spelling in real world applications, like having the right sentences. And it's just an awful mess. Open binary mode data connection for the TBFC queue, 13 bytes. Transfer complete. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is get hidden key here. Port scan modules. Is that one I'm going to actually need though? See if we can find a way. You can follow the commands. And did that. Get key from 1 here. This is going to be 1 key. Alright. So we're going to hold on to that. Then we're going to run a Netcat scan. Finding the first flag part. Okay, so there could be multiple parts to this. So we're going to go ahead and open a new tab, only because I'm going to keep all three of these in succession, and we'll be able to do our connections from there. So we're going to run the next tool that we're going to be using is called Netcat, which just allows us to connect to this machine, and we're going to be doing it over the 25.25.1, which is STMP. It doesn't really come back with a signature, but it does come back with something. So typically, I believe 25 is STMP, or it's 23, one of the two. I'm getting confused. So we're going to connect to it using Netcat, which is going to be NC. Definitely a tool you need to learn. TAC V, which is going to be for verbose, and then the IP address. Okay, TAC V for blah. The IP, which is 10.67.67.143. Yeah, 143. Okay. 143.211. And what was the port again? 25.25.1. Let's see. Yep. And we're just going to try to connect to that port. Succeeded. Is that what the second help for commands? Let's see what it's got. Oh, before we do that, let's see the next step. They want us to do help, your input request. Let's go to help. Huh. Okay, let's go get key. That's the key. Now we're going to add another one. So before we do anything else, we're going to open up another tab. Typically when I do any kind of investigation, I usually do a make directory. And I'll add some kind of notes to it. So this way it will be like network scan. And this way I always have a folder to work from. But that's just good housekeeping. It's not really something you would work for. See your network scans right here. If you do a space without an underscore, it'll be network and scan will make two different folders. So be mindful of that if and when you guys do your further investigations. This and this are two different keys. Just remember that. This is key 3. And then we still have this in binary. So we're going back over to here. We're going to add one more file and open tab. Okay. Press Control C. We're just going to keep Netcat open for right now. And then SU is going to be UDP. So when I was talking earlier about the length of the scan, UDP makes a lot of connections. So, and then we're going to do a dig enumeration. This is going to be interesting. Okay, so we're going to go to Nmap. We're going to go SU. U stands for UDP. We go 10.64.14. Nope, 67. 67.143.211. And I'm not entirely sure if there's a port number they want me to use. Nope. So we're just going to basically run this. Okay, after a minute you see port 53 associated with DNS. A protocol that drives a modern web connecting domains to IP. So your name, resolution, server, domain name server. It takes your binaries, your IP addresses, 1010s, whatever, to whatever your domain is connected to. So youtube.com. And many more. DNS is a complex topic, and many secrets can hide in there, which is true. But let's just ask DNS server if it knows the key by using dig. So give it a second. We're going to let this come back with, comes back to the UDP command, and then we're going to do dig. Dig is another domain enumeration tool. So you're going to run dig. And then I believe it's the IP address at, I should just copy it over, but I like to type things out every so often. I like to make my life difficult. So at 10.67.143, everything here, octet, 143.211. Then it's asking for something, right? We're going to be asking for txt, which is the text file, for key 3, TBFC local, and we want the short version of it. So we are going to, should have just copied it. We're going to just copy it. So we're going to grab this, we're going to go txt back, and we are going to copy it. Normally I just hit C and drag and drop it in here, Command C, but sometimes it doesn't work on the machine. No. Okay, now I want this. So we're going to copy that, we're going to drag it over here, we're going to paste it there. Oh, there it is. It's not usually that easy in live scenarios. It's actually never that easy. Now that we know all three keys to the TBFC dev query QA 01 server, it's time to call your TBFC teammates and kick out the bad bunnies. But first, log into the server, the admin portal, by going to, I didn't even see it, admin portal. But let's go. Come on, Firefox. Stop being a bum. Okay, we're going to go over here. Oh, brother. Okay, we're going to log in. Get you out of the way. Get you out of the way. And enter key. I don't think we did that yet. From within the attacks box and access. I didn't get that then. But first, log into the server's admin panel by visiting the port from the attack box. Did I miss something? I don't think that's home. Huh. I didn't get that. There's a part of it I'm missing. Let's see. Now that we know all three keys, by visiting this domain server, which we did before, right? I don't want to unlock anything. That's exactly what it's supposed to be, and it takes me to the home page. Enter key. We don't have the key yet. We want to do the admin, which I didn't see, unless I missed it, which I did not. Whoop, whoop. Unlock home. Let's put you away. This is home. Interesting. What did I miss? Okay, we're gonna have to go through real quick. I at least had one view, so whoever showed up and watched me during live, thank you. All right. We definitely overshot something apparently. Script banner. Enter key. Home lock. Attack box. SSH. Okay. So we go here. We go back to here. I think we missed something. Unlock. Did the port grab. Got all the things we needed to from there. Looks like you found running F2P on the server. Get a hidden key here. I did that. That's here. Did that correctly, right? Sometimes I go through these things so fast. Get hidden key number 1 from here, which is open binary mode. I didn't get that. I missed something. I might have missed something. FTP, connect to this, use root, ls, list it out, FTP, blah, blah, blah. Get key 1 from here. See how I find a way in. And you can follow the commands from the terminal below, which we just did. Opening binary. Let's go ls again. Nope. Let's go anything else. Okay, so we'll connect one more time to this. Well, it's here somewhere. TBFC. Oh, well, there's one. Key is Easter. No, I just need you. Copy. We're going to go back over here. This is going to be the first one we get. What is the first part of it? Boom. Grab it. Nope. Easter 1, isn't it? Oh, no. It is Easter. What is the second part? We got that here, which is going to be right here. Easter is the. We're going to copy this. Go over here. The second part, which is the. Easter is the. Come on now. Hey, I got one more connected to the server. Nice. So somebody out there loves me. I know it's if you're not into okay, hold on. Is the if you're not into cybersecurity, a lot of this stuff could come back as boring, but I love this crap. I'm finally in a spot in my life where I'm actually doing exactly what I love. It is the best. The news Christmas. So we're gonna enter all these actually in the port sign. Where was that? Come on over here. EASTR. Oh, quit. Easter. Number 2 is 15 is underscore the with 3. New. What was the last one? Easter is the. How did I find that? I just had it. Ah, the heck with this. I'll just do this way. The new X mass with 4-5. Okay. X. The new X mass 4-5. Check your enumeration. 2, 3. Screw you, man. I did it right. know why it didn't work. I probably typed something wrong. Because that's exactly how I roll. Yep, as I do. Okay, let's go this way, but let's alter this and put the 3 in there like we're supposed to. That might work. Correct key, the terminal is now available. So now we're in the secret admin code. Okay, now what does it want us to do? So you had to answer the code, and then you are able to connect to the secret admin. Now we come back up. I should have said that there. Now we're going to start a Netcat on what? Listening on ports. Once you have access to the console, there's no need to scan the ports. You can simply ask the OS to list the ports. Also, call port listening. You can do so run by SS. TUNP, which is TCP UDP, and I forgot what it is. L is list, and then the other one's ports or netstat, which for older systems. But we're just going to run SSTN turnip. So we're going to go back over here. This machine is running slow as but here we are. So SS TAC TUNLP. I think T, that might be wrong. No, that's it. Okay. Is that right? Yeah, I guess it is. So these are all the services that are running on there. Oh boy. Python, PostScript, a lot of information. This is our callback to different ports. So we're going to be looking for something here. Recon, Open VPN, DMask, System, Network, Process ID, RDP, RPC blind. Okay, so now we have all of our systems. Boom. What do we need? With root permissions, we could also view the process the process column. However, from now on, let's focus on 3306, which is my SQL. Usually databases require password for remote chains, but allow authenticated logs from local hosts. So being that we're on the machine, it doesn't need us for us to be connecting to it. But we're going to be doing this from here or here? Ah, okay, so we're going to be running this from here. That'd be nice to know earlier. Makes sense as to why the things weren't lining up correctly, but, well, here we are. So, and it also actually kind of comes back to the same type of information coming through, but with different listening ports. Okay, so we're working from here now. So the next thing we're going to type in is we want to specifically section down for MySQL, which is going to be here. This is the next line we're going to be working with. If you're not familiar with SQL, it's something that you're going to need to work with because it's a huge database where all of the information is tracked. Okie dokie, we're going to grab that, and that is the exact command you're going to be using, so nope. We're going to copy it, and we're going to paste it right here, because that's what we want to see. I don't know what the hell I just happened there. We're going to hit yes. Flags. Let's do some flags. Hold on. SQL show flags. I didn't think so. Okay. Select flags from flags. Same deal. Show table, select flag from flags. We're going to run the same command as we did before. And it's going to be show select from flags. And we'll get our flags. Copy. Drag this in. Get that out. Replace it with this. Now we are going to grab this guy, copy it, and replace it. No. Oh wait, no, that's exactly what I wanted to do. Didn't we do that already? Yeah. Select from one place. Okay, so then now we're going to drag this in here instead. And we're going to go through it. Then we're going to copy it. And we're going to paste it right here. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, and enter. Okay, and there's one of your flags. Whoop. We're going to copy that. I don't need you. I need you. Copy. Okay, come back over here. That's going to be one of our flags. Or is flag found in the database? Got you there. 336. What was this one? What evil message do you see on the top of the website? You should have asked me that to begin with. Why would you do that? So, what was it? 10.67.143.22. Pawn by Hopsock. Hopsec, whatever. Okay, so this was actually a fairly easy room. Actually, it was pretty simple today. There was absolutely no problems. Pretty straightforward. And there it is. So thank you for the 1 or 2 people that connected, whoever you are. You guys definitely made my day. And as always, like, comment, and subscribe. See if I should do this more and more. I will see you guys back in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching.